Hi, this is Andrea Benton from Raisingboys.tv, and today I am super excited. We are going to be talking with Teri Horn. She is a coach, and she unschooled her kids, her one daughter, which I did not know about, so that's what we're going to talk about today. So, Teri, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yes, hello.
Hello.
A little bit about me. Okay, I'm a coach,
Okay.
and I am an unschooling mom.
Woohoo!
And yay! And I'm a former teacher. I was a junior
Okay.
high school teacher.
Yeah.
And I found unschooling through searching for something that fit my beliefs and what I wanted for a lifestyle for my family. And I actually found it before I even had children.
Really?
And I knew that that's what I wanted to do. And yeah, so here I am. And
Nice.
my daughter's 5, and it's her first year of officially unschooling.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what is unschooling?
Okay, so we define it as a lifestyle that we live
Okay.
where we live like school does not exist.
Really?
Yeah. So,
Wow.
so you've got your kids and they grow up, and at age 5, usually around there, you send them to school. Sometimes you send them to preschool and that kind of thing. But we just keep living life without doing those things. So we just continue on like we always have been.
Really?
That's what it is. So
Wow.
it's not homeschooling.
Okay.
Homeschooling is when you do the same curriculum that they would be given in school
Okay.
at home.
At home. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the difference. And unschooling, there's no curriculum.
Really?
There's no testing. There's no grading. There's nothing.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so then, I just have to set this up and say that we are in the province of British Columbia, Canada,
Yes.
and that so with homeschooling, you have to follow a certain curriculum.
Yes.
So do you have to, so you just said you don't have to follow any curriculum. So do you register with the provincial government?
Yes, you register, but you don't enroll them. So my daughter is registered at our local school.
Okay.
And we are able to use any of their resources and everything if we would like.
Okay.
And but she's not enrolled.
Okay.
So she doesn't go to the school. And you can register at a local independent school or something as well. And I mean, that is quite similar in the rest of Canada.
Yes.
And through the most of the states.
Okay.
And in many countries throughout the world.
Yeah.
Yes, they kind of follow the same model.
Wow. Okay. So then how do you define what the curriculum is? Like, how do you figure out what you're going to do?
I know it's everybody's same question.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Well, we don't do curriculum at all.
Really?
So it's learning through a natural way. Like I didn't pull out a book and sit down with my daughter when she was 1 and go, okay, so this is how we walk, and this is how we talk, and here's some, like, kids are naturally curious.
Yes, they are.
And they're like little sponges. They want to learn all the time.
Yeah, it's true.
So I just ask my daughter. Recently, she's been really afraid of spiders.
Okay.
So I actually found a little kids program at a local nature sanctuary on spiders. Wow. And I asked her if she would like to go and learn about spiders. And she was like, yeah, oh yeah, okay, maybe I'll go learn about them. Maybe I won't be so afraid of them. That is how we learn. And when she found that, we also found they had one on bats. So she's going to go learn about bats.
Nice.
We read at night together.
Okay.
She makes cards for everybody's birthday, and she writes in them.
Wow.
It's just natural, like how it comes up naturally. We bake cookies, and how do you measure? And
yes, okay.
She's got 3 apples and 2 more. Hey, what's 3 plus 2? Mm-hmm. It's just really a natural, organic way of learning, and she'll come up with things that she'll want to know.
Interesting.
And so we go look it up. We get a book from that. We take a trip to the library, or there is Google.
Yes, there is Google. Woo!
Google. And that's just, we just live like, when you finish high school or you finish college or university or whatever, and you kind of have all of a sudden this space, but you're really still interested in a lot of stuff. What do?
Yeah.
Well, you go look for it. Sometimes you start taking little courses because you want to paint, or
yeah, that's true.
That's just what we do. It's just life. We just live.
So, okay, so again, because I'm a scheduler and my kids go to public school, and I'm all for it, public school, because that's what they need.
Yep.
But what does your week look like Monday through Friday? Do you have set activities, or is it just whatever tickles your fancy?
Yeah.
Wow.
It really is. Well, right now, I have a coaching business.
Okay.
I also am just finishing up
Yeah.
running daycare from my house.
Okay.
It's what I've done for years and years and years, and now I'm doing that in my house. I'm just finishing that. So for us, we get up and we take our time some days, and some days we stay in our jammies all day. Some days we build a fort in the middle of the living room. Some days we get up really early and we head to the beach. Some days she goes to her grandparents' house.
Okay.
When her dad is off, they have daddy-daughter day. He took her to the museum last week.
Nice.
To the park, there's so much that you can do, and you don't have to do anything. We keep our routine to right in the morning and right at night.
Okay.
The rest of the day is pretty open. At night we have our bedtime routine.
Yeah.
In the morning we have our morning routine.
Okay.
So we have a little bit at the beginning and the end of the day, and the rest is pretty much open.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. And then sometimes you schedule in activities.
Okay.
Or meeting, you go to a gathering. They have homeschool, unschool, home learners gatherings.
Okay.
And
wow, that's good. So then can I ask, what about high school? Because I know at some point, right, the rubber does hit the road. Do you have to write provincial exams? So then how do you get into college or university? So what,
Yep. This is also you're on all the usual questions.
Okay, great. Woo!
So if at some point, also if she decided that that's what she wanted to do as she's older, then there's a lot of ways to do that through correspondence and everything, or even go to high school. But she will not end up with, that was our ferry, our little ferry boat. She does not end up graduating. She doesn't get a dogwood, what we get in BC.
Okay.
She would get a completion. Okay. And depends on the college and the university. Okay. But unschooling and homeschooling, they're both more and more becoming recognized, and you would write entrance exams for to get into different courses, and there's all kinds of ways that colleges and universities are open to having you come to their institution, just like anyone coming from another country. You write entrance exams, see where you are on your, you prepare for it. But every college and university seems to be a little different. Okay. But there are many, many unschoolers that have gone on to have PhDs, and, it's, partially because they have this intrinsic value for learning, and they know how to get information, because nobody has sat there just giving it to them.
Yeah, interesting.
They have to go get it themselves. Yeah. So they've already, studying or learning and that kind of thing is different. It's totally different when you're engrossed in something you are interested in, rather than trying to get it all in there when you're like, I don't even care.
Yeah. No, and I totally agree. And that's really interesting, because I saw there's a classic study that shows like kids' school enthusiasm, or their enthusiasm for school, and 95% kindergartens are totally into it. But when they get to grade 9, it's like 37%, and then it ekes up because then the kids know they have to do provincials, and then they get into it. But I can totally see. I mean, my grade 2er is like, wah, wah, I don't want to go to school, right? Like he's mentally done. It's the end of the year. I get it, but yeah, it's interesting with him because I'm not sure the way the current school system works I don't really think it works for him. I think in high school it'll be better because if he can get into some academy, or if the learning stops at, say, he learns in the morning and he's done at like 1 o'clock, I think that will be better for him. But, from 9 to 3 or whatever it is, it's not my oldest son's cup of tea for sure.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And unschooling doesn't work for everybody either.
Agreed.
So it's a lifestyle. It's not just a schooling choice. It's definitely a lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. But I can definitely see how it would work for some parents. I mean, if my kids lived closer to their grandparents who live on Vancouver Island, I mean, my dad is a huge birder. Like, he would take them out. He would show them the shore, birds. Like, it's a whole, like, nature. It would just be such a different, richer experience. And then my youngest, he loves to do art, and he could draw what he saw and share and stories. Like I can totally see it. Yeah, I can totally see it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.